yesterday not to doubt your players. How pleased are you with the way they dug in and ground out a draw against a very good side tonight?
Yeah, good. Obviously, the point was important for us after the work we've put into the group. To get off the mark is nice. So, yeah, Nations League off and running.
Yeah, I just go.
No,
okay.
Good. Yeah, how good is it to have something tangible to show? Because you played 4 games, you've been competitive in all of them. How pleased are you to have something to show for your efforts?
Yeah, pleased. Defensively sound. Shape of the team good. Denied a lot of space behind, which Portugal played a lot in front of us. Good concentration in the box, determined defending at times, some really good blocks, which you have to do against a team like Portugal. And then when you need a couple of big saves, your goalkeeper's there to do it as well. So everybody contributed to what is a well-earned point.
Nicky Devlin came off the bench and had a big moment right at the end. Were you thinking, was your heart in your mouth? Were you thinking, here we go again, some late heartache? It was a brilliant block. No,
it's fantastic. First cap for Nicky, a moment to remember, because basically he got his point with that block. He's brave, put himself in. I had no doubts putting Nicky into the game. He's trained really well. He's fitted into the group. He's got good experience. 30 years of age now, a lot of games under his belt. So, I knew when Tony was ready to come off that Nicky would be fine, and he was.
Steve, you always said that the players had belief, but what can a result like that, taking that first point, do for their confidence?
No, their confidence was fine. Everybody keeps talking about their confidence, but their confidence was fine because they know they can play well. Maybe with the ball tonight we didn't play quite as well as we normally do. I think a lot of the missed passes were probably down a little bit to fatigue, because I asked a lot of the same boys to do a double header in the games. But no, I don't think they lack confidence. Obviously, tonight's point against one of the top European sides is going to give us more confidence going into or even more confidence going into the November games. And we go to those games determined to get more points on the board.
Hi, Steve.
Hi.
I mean, Ben Doak is only 18 years of age right now, and he wasn't born when Cristiano Ronaldo started his first ever game for Portugal as well. He put in a very impressive performance tonight at Hampden Park. What were your thoughts on his performance tonight?
Ben?
Yeah.
Good for such a young man to be asked to go again. It was a decision where I was weighing up my mind whether to keep Ben for 30 minutes at the end, like Roberto did with Leao. But for me, he did so well in the game on Saturday that I thought it was better to start him and then see how long he took before he got too tired, and then I had to take him off. But the changes that we made also helped the team a lot. And with your change of system potentially going back to a back 5, could you see him playing as a second striker with Che Adams as well, or would he just be as a winger in this formation for now? That's a discussion for the future. It's probably not a discussion for tonight. Brilliant.
Steve, does this performance have to be a turning point for the team? It's obviously been a difficult run, but you saw the belief, you saw the togetherness of the team out there, that feels like this is you turned a corner in a sense.
I think that togetherness has always been there. I don't think so much about turning a corner. I just think about working hard every time we come together to try and get points and be successful as a nation. That's what the boys want to do every time they come here. They work ever so hard to not let their country down, and you see that tonight.
Well,
yeah, you've seen. I think we've all seen over the last few games. You talked about it in Croatia, just bit by bit, getting back to where you want to be. You've always bought in with the players. Do you feel as if, like the fans tonight, are buying more into, rather than being down about stuff, we're starting to get back up again?
I don't know because I don't really look at fan reaction, or I look at the reaction of my players. That's all I base it on. Myself, my staff, my players. Obviously, if the team's picking up points and doing well and playing well, the fans will be with us. The fans have always been with us. I don't doubt the supporters.
They were definitely with you, Steve. I think they seemed nervous, so I think they were just, the team's taken so many late blows in recent games, they were almost thinking, is it going to happen again, sort of thing. Did you feel that, or did the players feel that, do you think?
Obviously, the players didn't feel it because they just dug in, and like I say, they ground out a really good point for us. The fans can be nervous in a game like that when the opposition have so much possession in front of you. You're always thinking that they're going to create a big chance. When they did create the big chance, Craig made the save, which is the first time in a long time I've celebrated a goalkeeper save. I was standing talking to John and actually celebrated it. So it meant a lot to me, and it meant a lot to everybody in the stadium, because that's what gets you the point. You have to. We spoke before the game about doing all the dirty stuff, the hard work, the ugly stuff, if you like, and the boys did that fantastic tonight.
Last couple, please.
Steve, you spoke after the Finland game back in June and said you wouldn't be surprised if you saw Craig Gordon back in the Scotland side, and lo and behold, he's back and probably got you the point tonight with a save at the end. What does his performance in these two games tell you about him and how much he has to offer the country going forward?
What I've always said about Craig: ultimate professional, determined to play as long as he can. And you see that tonight with his performance, still performing at a very high level for his club and now for his country again. So now we're delighted to have him back in the squad.
Steve, how impressed were you by John Souttar and Grant Hanley and the partnership developing?
Yeah, really good, really good. I thought they were both excellent. John obviously playing every week with Rangers, so a little bit more fitness. Grant, you have to give credit, not playing at Norwich, but comes here and puts on two performances like that over the two games. But I think defensively you have to credit everybody. Tony Ralston, good against difficult opponents. Jota, and then Leao comes off, and I think Leao coming off the bench was what ultimately done for Tony's calves. It was just why Nicky got on the pitch. Andy always steady away. Like I've spoke before about Andy, he does a great job for the team, and I thought the midfield three in front were excellent. Billy Gilmore, Kenny McLean and Scott McTominay, which gives you that basis to defend well.
Steve, you said your players did the kind of dirty side of the job well when they had to. They kept the structure, they created opportunities. Does that even make this feel even more significant in terms of this point against that opposition?
I think we always try and do the right thing. We always try to be solid defensively. Recently we've had one or two little lapses in certain moments in the game that cost you dear against this type of team. So tonight, maybe at times we got a little bit fortunate, but nobody can deny us the fortune, because we've worked ever so hard to get that little break that maybe one or two missed chances for Portugal are thinking they could have scored. But now we worked hard to earn the breaks, and a well-deserved point.
Okay.
Just before you go, can I just ask you, away from the game, your reaction to Thomas Tuchel and the next England manager?
I don't really have one, I'm Scotland manager, so maybe if we play them in the future, I'll talk about Mr. Tuchel.
Okay, thank you all.
Thank you. Is that confirmed?